Hello, beautiful souls. How are you all doing? I know I did not announce that I will be coming on live right now, but last 2 days, or in fact, few days more than that, I've been feeling and getting a lot of messages, but I've just not been able to um, log on and bring you this video and these messages. How have you been doing? Do comment and let me know, because I do know that for a lot of people these energies are pretty intense and they are triggering. uh, I have personally found, ever since this full moon, slowly a lot of sadness, grief, pain is surfacing, clearing out, and thankfully, it does not take me as much time or intensity. But a lot of questions that have come to me at this time is, why is the divine masculine not making the effort, or you know uh, there are a lot of doubts that people are going through. A very dear friend of mine, 3 to 4 days ago, she was telling me about, and she's a twin flame, about how she feels that um, it was so easy for the divine masculine to kind of allow the divine feminines to walk away, or they didn't even fight to, you know, for the relationship, for this connection. And it was really hard, that when you have waited for someone, when you have, especially with true twin flames, or the certain wave of twin flames, you've kind of carried that feeling inside of you ever since you were a child. You waited, and there's been this ongoing search, even when you have been in relationships, that no, this is not it. There is someone else. Hi, someone just logged on. I'm going to try to put the camera at a little angle so that I can at least catch names or something. um, with twin flames, there's this search, no matter how many relationships, and of course, once you do come across whatever form of twin flame, shadow, whatever, false or mirror, polar, there's so many tags, but it doesn't matter, because you do realize the necessity for every relationship, every situation, every experience you've gone through has been bringing you closer and closer to your destiny, and to your divine partner. So it is in fact very beautiful once you start seeing uh, why certain things happen. But yes, the pain that comes up vis-a-vis your twin flame, isn't that something that can never be matched in another relationship? Or even if you are someone who is very good at moving on from people or situations, this is something that you just can't seem to detoxify yourself. You can't wash it off, you can't release, or free yourself that easily. You can master it, you can keep learning from it and growing from it. And yes, the pain reduces, the pining and the triggers reduce, and you master how to do things. But regardless of that, when you do meet the person who you have waited for, or for eternity, and you would think that they would be more inclined and show more passion and interest at working towards it, fighting for this connection. And when they don't fight for that connection, or when they become the runner, or when you go into separation, of course, we all have by now understood that separation is for our benefit. It is for bringing us cleansing and healing, and to make us do our inner work, and which I'm going to be talking about shortly, what it means to invest in yourself. So but still somewhere it is very mind boggling, that is it just the divine feminines who are feeling in a certain way? And when I say divine feminines, I'm again not talking about the gender. It is the one who is willing to work, the one who is awakened, the one who is labeled the chaser, even when they're not chasing, apparently. So the one who had waited for this connection all their life, and they recognized and they were willing to change their life, they were willing to do a lot of things. Uh, it, it becomes very mind boggling for them, that is it just us who goes through this? Is this some kind of a cosmic joke? Is there an end to this? Because there is no proof, there's no evidence that something is going on, that there is actually any movement or shift actually going on. Most of the time, it feels like you are trapped in some kind of illusion, delusion, some false ideologies or something which makes no sense. And then you look at a few on the internet, on YouTube, from Russia, from Australia, New Zealand, and America, and where have you not? And you're like, how can that be that at the same time, around the globe, the exact same thing seems to be happening? Uh, be it emotionally, be it in the shift, be it where the divine feminine find themselves. Hey, for whoever has joined in late, you can always pull back that red dot, and you can pull it back and watch from the beginning, right? It will still be live, and you can still send me your questions when I ask you to. So in case, since you have just joined in, please do feel free to pull that red thing back all the way to the beginning, and you'll be here, and you can still watch it from the beginning, in case you didn't know that. So a lot of divine feminines are going through a sense of disappointment, or a feeling of wanting to give up, and very lost and confused, because uh, many of them have actually done the inner work. They've actually been working at it continuously, and they are not yet seeing the shift. Now, in a couple of my videos prior to this one, I had said I have been given certain answers, and very simply put, is um, we are not supposed to know the whole picture, because it will, one of two things can happen. One can be that you become complacent and stop working, because you're like, oh, this is predestined, so I can't fuck it up, pardon my French. And the second could be that when you know something, it can scare you so much that you're not even willing to try. You get stuck right at the beginning of your journey. If at the beginning of this journey, had I any clue, me being someone who has walked the metaphysical path since 2001, or if not before I was walking by intuition, but not really, I had not started reading books or finding tools as yet. It was very different for me. So, but even though I was aware of, or I had heard of the title Twin Flame in about, I think, 2009 or something, I did not even bother to look it up. And I'm someone who researches a lot. When something new comes or something I'm intrigued by, I will go seek out information, go to libraries when we had libraries. Now we have Google. So I would actually, and this was the one thing I was so sure, that why would anyone fuck it up when you have been waiting for this person, this soul, this connection since eternity? And that's was my only takeaway. And so I really didn't bother to even find out what it is, and that there are stages, and there can be runner and chaser, and the pain and the cleansing. And uh, so when I was when I came to know of this title, Twin Flame, I had broken up with my catalyst, and I was like, oh, I'm sure, I'm so damn sure he was the twin flame. So now that part of my story is over. So I didn't even bother to find out about it. I was like, yeah, okay. um, it's when I met my twin and there was such massive rapid growth, and I want to just share a little bit today of that, because if you have met your true twin, one of the signs is there is always epiphanies, growth. You immediately start seeing where you need your inner work, where you're carrying wounds, where it is your insecurities, where you are jealous, possessive, or what was that which you were trying to master, but there's still a little bit left. For me, that was anger, for example. you know so if you have gone through it, your divine masculine is definitely going through it. The reason why we are not seeing movement or forward, why is something not happening, and there's a stagnancy, and it's not just happening to you. Take solace in that fact that it's not just your divine partner who's not moving forward or not being able to take a decision, is feeling stuck. It's happening by divine design, and for the reason, like I said, one of them is for protection against dark force energies, and a lot of forces that don't want to see the twin flames uniting, coming into union, because that destabilizes a lot of things. Another reason is because uh, the inner work, till it's not complete, look at it as two very powerful generators coming together, and if one of them has any faulty wiring, it's going to bring down an entire grid. Okay, then there are things that you already went through, or you're already going through and healing, but it's once you have reached a certain position, supposing you have to reach 80%. Hey Ravisha darling, hey, welcome. You can pull back the red line and go right to the start and watch from the beginning if you want to, all right? So, you are at some stage, even if you have not met your twin flame, the fact that you're watching certain videos on YouTube, or you are doing meditation, or you are taking help from a healer to clear your chakras, or doing energy healing, or you're reading a metaphysics book, trying to understand what is this dimensional shift, if you're already working towards your financial independence and all that, you're already ahead of them. And supposing you have to reach the percentage of 80%, right, when their inner work and their dark night of the soul can start. So there are a lot of feminines who are not willing to do it, and that is keeping them and their divine masculine going round and round in the same cycle, like in a holding pattern. And so there's a reason why things are going slow. And trust you me, since this full moon, a lot of karma vis-a-vis your twin flame. Earlier we cleared out vis-a-vis um, our families, our ancestors. We cleared out our own past lives, our own karmas before we even came together with a twin. We have been clearing out things, learning lessons, clearing out, learning forgiveness, all of that. But right now, this full moon particularly is clearing out a lot of grievances, grudges, anger towards your twin flame. And I'm I've not yet spoken to divine masculines in these 3-4 days, so I cannot tell you. But I am feeling, this is purely on what I am feeling from my divine masculine, is they are going through a lot, and for all you know, they're also clearing out certain things. And yes, they are lacking in faith, in conviction. They have been unable to surrender fully. They have not been able to take that leap of faith. They're still questioning what this connection with you is. A lot of them have acted like complete jerks. They thought that they were there for having fun with you, or they were there thinking this is yet another relationship, and now they are beginning to understand. Beginning to is the word. They're beginning to understand this is not something as casual as they thought it was, and that is freaking the hell out of them. It really is. So, why have I titled this video today? What does it mean to invest in yourself? Okay, your twin is your mirror, your reflection. Now, this is going to be a little confusing, but stay with me here. If this is you, what you are seeing in your twin is your reflection, those who are with their true twins, even if you're not, whatever you are seeing here needs to be healed in you, and vice versa. What your twin is seeing in you as your flaws, or you are too perfect, for example, or you are too particular, or you are metaphysical, that is what they need to face within themselves as well. So, when you invest in yourself, they too will invest in themselves, and both of you can then invest in each other, not become codependent, not be there to get your needs fulfilled, to make sure that, okay, I'm going to be talking about yet another dysfunction in our society, but just let me first get through with what is investing in yourself. The minute I use the word invest in yourself, people seem to think I'm talking about money. That's a very small part. Even from the 3D perspective, when we look at what is money, time into effort is equal to money. That was your 3D paradigm, right? What should your time and effort, what should you be investing in? Things such as the course that you want to take, the healing that you want to get, or you need to get, the hobby class that you wanted to pursue, the dress you have been wanting to take. I'm not talking about becoming careless and becoming overindulgent and becoming a shopaholic. I'm talking about people who are givers, who rather give but never spend on themselves, and they feel guilty when everything is taken care of. Then if I have time left, I will look after myself. No, you have to block an appointment with yourself, be it for studying, be it for studying your metaphysics, doing your meditation, your yoga, your manicure, going for your spa. Taking that 1 hour a day in 24 hours in a day does not make you selfish or self centered. It makes you wise. It really does. You need to know yourself, invest in things that will improve you. Sometimes it does mean money to get those things, but then there are a lot of things that you can get on. Say, if you request someone to put you on an EMI, they would. I would. I recognize who is a genuine student and who is not. Then there are people, I'm digressing and I'll come right back to this, is who just want to receive. Be it in a marriage, they don't want to give anything. They want to receive. Now the woman wants to receive XYZ things, the man wants to receive XYZ things, but neither of them wants to invest because they have never bothered to invest in themselves. They don't know what it means to invest in the other. Even when true love is coming their way, they just want to take it, laugh about it, and they only realize its value once it's gone. They don't even recognize because all they want to do is take. But when it comes to nourishing it, and people have this weird kind of belief that, oh, once you're married or once you're in a commitment, or you with your parents or with your best friend, you don't need to invest anything. The stupid cheesy dialogue, प्रेम दोस्ती में sorry or thank you की ज़रूरत नहीं होती, whatever. No, that's the most rubbish thing ever. If you really value your relationship, you have to use the words thank you, please, sorry, I love you, sincerely, honestly, and very, very often, and mean it, and ask questions with each other and of yourself. Is it still working for me? How have I changed in this scenario? I'm running ahead of myself. Let me retract a little bit. So, what was I saying? People, when they are getting into anything, when they're even going to a healer, they want to go to a healer who will do the work for them. There's nothing wrong in going to a Reiki practitioner or a pranic healer. I am one of those. I am a energy healer. I am a quantum healer. But when it comes to doing your inner work, if you don't want to do that, if you just want mollycoddling and someone to say, oh beta sab theek ho jayega, oh come on, ठीक हो नहीं जाएगा, ठीक तुम्हें करना है. When your bone breaks, the doctor, all he does is aligns it and puts it in a plaster so that it doesn't move. The healing is done by your body, right? Your body is intelligent enough to heal itself if you give it time and you give that intention to heal. And in a relationship, you have to treat it like a plant which needs the soil, the fertilizer, the sunlight, the water. It needs to be nurtured. It really does. And every day. There are some plants that you need to water once a week. But even so, it does need it, right? Or the soil or the sunlight, it does need it. It might not need it as often, but it does need it. Those people who are just takers, they don't know because they've never been shown. Nobody has shown them what it is to invest in your own self, and so they just want to take. Be it with their parents, they don't want to give. Or parents who just want to take from their children. They start treating their children as the ATM machines. बुढ़ापे का सहारा. What rubbish. You know, all these things that have been decided that they are your obligation, not out of joy, not because you're willing to or wanting to. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do things with your parents. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm talking about people who are not doing anything with just the expectation that no, I have a son and he's going to look after me. You're just 50. You can still go ahead and earn for good at least 15 years. And it's not about earning. It's about being useful. It's about having a productive day. It's about keeping your brain working. My father is above 80. He's still running his very successful business. He looks at least 20 years younger than he is because he's physically active, he's mentally active. He stays busy. He doesn't have the time to mess around and meddle in other people's business. He has his own literally business to look after. Okay, so how does investing in yourself help you? When you start doing the smallest, starting baby steps, things for yourself, without feeling guilty, without allowing someone else to tell you, oh, but that's useless. It's not useless if you are gaining any amount of pleasure, any amount of learning, if it is teaching you discipline, how to stick to something, working at something such as a music instrument, such as embroidery. It's teaching you to stick to something. Today people don't want to stick. When things get sticky, they want to run. When they need to invest, when they need to work a little harder, they want to run. I'm not talking about when your karma is over with your karmic. It doesn't mean you have to have a fight and end and pathways. You don't have to. You just have to transmutate that relationship into something else from being a spouse. And when I say karmic, I don't always mean a spouse. It can be the mother. It can be a boss. It can be your work. anything where the lesson is remaining, where the giving and taking is remaining, where there's extreme amount of dependency, codependency, addictions. Please watch my previous video, I've talked a lot over there about it. And these things start reducing the more you start investing in yourself, because you're pouring into your own cup. It is no longer empty. Instead of looking externally for answers, people who believe, again, nothing wrong with having a guru or an equation with a guru, nothing wrong with it. When is anything wrong? When there's an extreme of it. When for everything you are like, but my guru says this. How about you? What do you feel about it? Always ask yourself that. Guru, teacher, coach, anybody, they're not God. When your dependency is on them and they are depending on your devotion to them to raise their energy, you are living off their energy, you are living off the knowledge they have acquired on their path. Your path may be different or slightly different, so you have to always question whatever you hear and apply it to your situation and see, does it resonate? Resonation does not always mean I agree with it. Sometimes what you completely disagree with, but it shakes you so much on the inside, is resonating big time, because it's showing you where you have resistance or prejudices or blockages. Resonance means it's moving something inside of you. If you are used to living off somebody else's vibe, that's what happens. People go attend workshops for a week or 10 days, they feel great, and then the energy tips, and then they have a need to go and attend again, because they're not generating their positive vibration. They're living off others vibration, be it a guru, a teacher, a healer, whoever, because no one is teaching you how to think for yourself. What do I feel about this? What makes me so resistant to this? Why am I looking at this from an eye of polarity, of good and bad, of right and wrong? Why am I saying so and so hurt me when the feelings are mine? How can somebody else hurt me? They cannot hurt you. Their action is something they chose. You can choose not to get hurt. If you're hurt, it is showing that you're carrying an existing wound over there. Okay? It's not always the case like that. I'm just giving markers and pointers right now. So, again, what does it mean to invest in yourself, your body? Eating healthy, which again you will decide how much and what of. Just because so and so wrote and said you should not have red meat does not make red meat wrong or good. Oh, till last year cholesterol was bad and now suddenly it isn't. Decide. Let your body tell you. Do you break out into rashes? Do you feel sluggish and lethargic? Do you get cranky after, or do you get upset stomach after eating certain things? Then that food is not for you. It's very simple. Drinking clean water and lots of it, not too much. Again, listen to your body. There's no fixed rule, or 8 glasses or 12 glasses or whatever. You decide. Sugar is definitely bad for us. Natural sugars is not bad for us. Right? That's your body. Exercising, yoga. What are you doing for your emotions? What can I do for my emotions, Nikita? Well, for starters, you can go and start clearing out any baggages in the form of anger, resentment, grudges, fears, sadnesses. I felt rejected, I felt abandoned. Go back your memory lane, keep clearing out the smallest of incident. Start journaling. What are you feeling? How is the moon cycle affecting you? How is when somebody says something to you? What I find perplexing is people keep asking the same questions and they don't even realize it. When they're obsessing about a topic, and even after I have answered it, they keep asking the same question. You know why? because they're not even noticing what they are thinking. What are they asking? They don't bother to go back and revisit after 2 or 3 days. And hence they make the same mistakes. They ask the same questions even. I don't know about you guys, but since 2 days I've been feeling extremely thirsty. So, investing in yourself, in your body, your emotions. What else can you do for your emotions? Ask yourself, what makes me happy? Not people, not situations. What makes me happy? Doing art makes me happy. Sitting out in nature makes me happy. Getting an extra hour of sleep makes me happy. Looking good makes me happy. Whatever, what makes you happy? Without giving your power away to a person or a situation or an eventuality. What makes you happy? Ask yourself and do that more. And to know that, you may have to start by what makes me very unhappy. Making lists is one of the things that is going to really take you ahead, be it you're on an ascension journey or twin flame or not twin flame. Twin flame is real, not real, whatever your beliefs are. It doesn't matter. These tips are really going to help you. What can you do for your brain? Learn something new, do something new, even if it's one thing every day. It will keep you young, it will keep your brain active. Break one prejudice of yours every day, challenge it on your own. If you think XYZ community is full of horrible people, challenge it. If you are like, I hate spinach, well, cook it in the way that you think you will like it and challenge it. And keep having spinach in different forms till you find one that you like. Just challenge it. Do something new every day. A different breakfast that you used to. Take a different route to your workplace. Wear something that you generally never do. Do your hair in a way you never do it. Stop bothering about people. Just stop. Read a book. Read an article. Read some 2 pages, but read. Please read. This world needs more readers. We do. Readers are thinkers, readers are leaders. Okay, you don't like reading. I get you, I hear you. You can listen to audiobooks. You can research on YouTube. But imbibe it. Question what you're hearing. Make notes. Write down pointers and ask yourself, really? Do I buy this? Why am I not buying it? Do I need more experience? Do I even know what a relationship is right now? Ask yourself. Why haven't I not gone into a relationship till now? What am I afraid of? Of being judged, of intimacy, of being considered immoral? What? Why? Ask, keep asking. What can you do for your soul? Praying, meditating. When you pray, don't just keep asking for things and people and, this is my list of God, oh God, what I want. You're not sending your Christmas list to Santa. When you're praying, ask for guidance. Sure enough, you can ask for help. Oh, I beg for help. I beg for mercy. I do. But for your spiritual growth, every day let go of one thing that keeps you in separatism through anything. I'm a vegetarian, non-vegetarian. I'm an Indian, he's a Pakistani, Bangladeshi, whatever. I'm a boy, I'm a girl. Any simplest form of separatism, start getting rid of those. And ask yourself, this 5D that we are talking about, where we are going, if I was the creator of that, what would I want to see there? Of course, puppies, that's a given. Oh, come on. Who doesn't want puppies? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Would they be again social hierarchy, social structures, obligations, conformity? Everybody has to agree to be liked and accepted. Or can we revel in being ourselves? What is the best part of me? Take pride in what I can create and know that everyone around me will applaud me for being me instead of judging me, right? Think what are the things that you would like to see in that 5D earth of ours, right? Because that's what is being asked of us. We are already moving in clearing out the karma with our twin flames since this full moon. And I did tell you months ago that's the final circle. Some of you will say, but I have not even met my twin. Doesn't matter. Your story is non linear. Not that ours is linear, but yours is just not following in the same pattern. You're clearing out a lot of things maybe before, so that when you meet within a few months, a couple of years, you can quickly move forward, right? And the more the first waivers and second waivers start coming into union, then the third waivers and fourth waivers can also start coming into union, right? We are anchoring the energies. What else can you invest in yourself? Of course, learning is there, but there's emotional investment. Things you have wanted others to say to you, give to you, be it compliments, be it love. Do mirror work. Google what is mirror work and do it. Louis Hay's mirror work exercises. Do it. I love myself. I'm perfect, whole, and complete exactly as I am. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Give it to yourself. Give yourself that love, the compliment, appreciation. Everyone in your family might say you're the black sheep of the family. It doesn't matter what they think. That's their timeline, that's their conception, that's their perception. It's not yours. What is yours? What is yours about you? What do you love about yourself? How about you writing yourself some love letters? How about you getting yourself a gift this Diwali? Of course, working on your behavior, opening your heart, becoming generous, kind, compassionate, more empathy. That's of course in your hands, and you must work on that as and when you're ready. We each have our own timetable. But all of that is what I mean by invest in yourself. Stop looking towards others to become your crutch, your wheelchair. You are not emotionally handicapped, you're not mentally handicapped, you're not in any way. You don't. You can fulfill your own self, and then the partner that you attract to yourself is going to be the same. Not always. Sometimes, just when you are a light worker or getting started, you attract the biggest jerks in your life. I think they are sent there to test you and to teach you. Don't um, just because you're a vegetarian, don't expect a lion not to eat you, kind of a warning God sends our way by sending us a few jerks along. That listen, you are good, but stop looking for good in people who have shown you their dark side. I'm still kind of learning that lesson. I still kind of always see people in the good in them and keep looking for the good in them. But yeah, then I've got hurt a lot too, a lot of times too. So I hope what I said kind of made sense. People are coming and going. Who's online right now? Can you just say a hi? I would love to see who's here. Is it you, Ravisha? Yay! Alright, ask away, my love. I'm gonna tilt the camera a little bit to see better. What do you want to know? Do you have any questions today? Don't ask too personal, obviously. I don't have to say, but just in case. Because I just pull out a couple of cards to see if there's an immediate um, answer we can get. Thank you for the live stream, finally. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I was dying to do it. But oh my god, yesterday and today the energies were a little funky, and then I got a little busy doing stuff, housework, and my missed questions doesn't have a question. Okay, just let me then pull out a couple of cards for you and see what does Ravisha need to know at this time. What does Ravisha need to know at this time? And your cards are already popping out. And one from here. What does Ravisha need to know at this time? I wish I had posted in the groups that I'll be coming live, Maybe more people would have joined us. It would have been good fun. I really want to encourage everyone to start now. Um, you know, no, that's okay, Ravisha. A lot of times it does come to a sudden standstill because there are certain things which are being masticated. They are, you're in the middle of a certain process, and even though you might think that you're not doing any inner work or cleansing, sometimes it is taking place while we are sleeping in our dream time. Okay, so don't worry about it, and as long as you have the intention to, it is going to start. And of course a little bit of willpower does come into play. So let me see what are the cards that have come up for you. Oh my god, there are 4 cards. But your angel guidance for right now is communicate clearly. Kindly, clearly is the way to go. That is one of our lessons for all light workers, especially twin flames, is to learn to communicate authentically, clearly, and yet kindly without expectations, which is the hardest lesson ever. Fool, beginning of a new adventure, a new journey. All right, you've Tower in reverse. Today I'm not doing reversals, okay? And Page of Cups. So there was a destruction of something, an event that shattered. This can also be emotional, or an idea got collapsed, something that was very emotionally painful, or something just completely changed, right? We know what that is. And Page of Cups, there's an offer coming of love or friendship, something like that. And there is Queen of Wands. What I am seeing here for you is that there's going to be forward movement, that you are going to be starting to take action. I'm sorry I missed your comment, I will see it in a bit. I'm just going to clarify this Queen of Wands, because that looks very promising to me. I feel that's your energy, that you're going to be very, you are very passionate and energetic and charming and beautiful, of course, but at this time the energy that's coming towards you is that you're going to be ready to take action. You're no longer going to be thinking and pondering, and you're going to be like, yeah, let's do things, let's move. There'll be balance in give and take. Yes, emotional balance as well. That's wonderful. It's in this is the Temperance card. This can be Sagittarius energy. but this is telling you that the angels are helping you bring about emotional balance. What needed to go is being cleared out, and peace is going to emerge out of it as soon as you start assimilating what the information is. There is going to be balance of give and take, maybe in the money scenario also. If you have been feeling that you might find someone being generous, or you might be generous towards someone else. What does Ravisha need to surrender to come into this balance? Ooh, lovely. Yes, of course, you've gone through a tower moment, so there is emotional negativity, there might be pain, and there might be a lot of things you need to clear out. And so the angels are asking you to surrender negative thinking, to surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. And this, see, with negative thinking, it is law of attraction. You'll keep attracting the same things. Why did this happen? What is this? What is that? You just have to stop thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Every time, just refocus and surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Oh, to be accepted, I need to do this, I need to earn someone's affection, I need to look a certain type, I need to behave a certain type. No, just let go of all those limiting belief system, because that society and others have put on you. Re-question everything. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. And then, ta-da, the best for the last, surrender to miracles, because miracles are coming. There is an offer of love or friendship, or an offer, job offer also it can be, because right now I did not specifically ask, but this is a twin flame channel, so I do assume it's a fresh new beginning after the tower in your love, and there'll be rapid action, chemistry, a lot of excitement coming your way. So, be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubts that miracles can happen. So, when you're like, oh, I am so over with love, I don't want, you've not even begun experiencing, my little girl. So, let go of all those things. Be open, be brave. There's no harm in getting hurt, in pain. What doesn't kill you makes you grow stronger, right? So there is really no need to be afraid of that. So I had a question from somebody, and so I'm going to just shuffle on that. Why are the divine masculines, for those in separation and not in communication, not making any effort? What is the divine masculine currently undergoing that they're not making any effort to communicate or end the separation with their twin? Nine of Cups, they're unhappy where they are stuck in a situation, hopefully getting enlightenment. They're still in Two of Swords energy, which is they are conflicted. High Priestess is upright, so at least they're listening to the intuition, but they could be secrets. Oops, too many. Okay, I have to take them because they upturned. At least these two did. Oh, okay. Four of Cups, they're getting out of their depression and stagnancy. Why? Because of judgment. They are being awakened. Whatever they are going through is definitely waking them up. Yes, in the Nine of Cups, they're definitely, whatever family situation that's gone topsy-turvy, they're coming out of illusions with the hanging man energy. They are realizing where they were trapped in illusions and confusions. Wow. They conflicted about a stable relationship that they have been in. The intuition is showing them where they have been in their devil energies, where they have been shackled. and the secrets are coming out. They are expressing their true emotions. What is judgment bringing to us? This is fascinating. Whoa. The Tower and the Page of Cups. This is so interesting. I'm sorry, I'll just check what your message was. Hang on. Live chat. Whatever you're carrying in you, but no, I don't think you can get scared. That's not something I have heard from the various people, various twin flames I have worked with. Emotionally, you do get scared because the for those who are not used to true intimacy, who have not received love properly, where even their mother or their father kind of ignored them, they carry fears of intimacy. Those who have issues with abandonment and rejection, so they have those fears that surface up, but physical fear is something. In fact, my experience was that I was perplexed why someone felt so familiar when I didn't know this person, you know. So that is something I don't think your twin flame brings out in you. There's a huge sense of trust and um, like you know them, you know, there's a sense of familiarity. So unless there's some very deep rooted trauma related with that, no, I it's not ringing true at all in me. Okay, let's see what's happening here for those who are in separation and no communication. I asked what is the divine masculine currently going through, which is keeping him in silence, and it is that he's getting out of what at one time he thought was bringing him emotional happiness, fulfillment. His idea of family has gone for a toss, and they are all upside down right now, and that is making him question and ask, was it even real? Was I living in an illusion? You know, what I thought was real apparently is not. And the conflict that he was in this deck, if you see the Two of Swords, his eyes are not closed, the swords are not over the heart. The heart chakra is opening, in fact. The eyes are still bandaged, but it's like she can see from under, and right under is the Four of Wands upside down. The solid foundation is also upside down. And right under the high priestess, the intuition is, or the an understanding, the clarity. After the hangman, the clarity comes, and then comes the high priestess, the intuition, the higher guidance, the understanding is the devil. The cage is open now because it's upside down. They're leaving behind the things that kept them trapped and shackled and in addictions and codependencies. And here is Four of Cups, that they were in this, I don't know what to do. I can't make a choice. I don't want to move. I don't want to see the cup the gods are offering me. You know, now he's looking this way. And why is because the emotions he's feeling, and especially right after the full moon that I've been talking about, he's aware now all those things that he had hidden even from himself, his emotions, the truths. Maybe he's even speaking his truths, you know, all the secrets he's been keeping. Why? Because he's going through an awakening. There's something that was a tower moment in his life, and now is going to be the Page of Cups time after this. That's what's happening. That's fascinating. Let's check out a little bit more. What else can we know at this time? For the divine masculine who's in complete silence, for those in separation. Why is this Page of Cups here? Why is this Page of Cups here? Yep. He's no longer focusing on the Three of Cups, the grieving, though he is feeling regret and sorrow. Now he is probably going to come forward with an apology. I don't see any action cards here though. What was this star? Whoa. Do you remember I've done a reading a few days back about the twin flames who are walking away from their divine partners? This is the walking away card. I asked what caused the tower. The walking away did. So what is the next thing? Ah! I'm so happy. It's the Ace of Pentacles. It's the divine offer, and it is grounded. It's landed on the ground. It's not upside down. It's on the ground. It's not just in the it's not in the air, the universe. It's grounded. This is awesome. I'm so glad I came online today. Hey, who else is here? Apart from Ravisha, who else is here? Something to smile about. Hey girl, are you girl? You're new, you're welcome. I'm Nikita. Hey, you're welcome. You're very welcome. I hope you're enjoying. Usually, I'm not all over the place like this. It's just today I I wanted to say a lot about the energies and some things that people have been asking me, and so I decided to pull out a few cards as well. Yay! I didn't catch your name. If you want to share a nickname or something like that, would love to know how to address you. Cheryl. Cheryl, that's so beautiful. So let me just talk about the next last two cards that I've got out is that the divine masculine is regretting and he is wanting to now bring forward this offer which is grounding and get out of this space of being left out, of leaving his divine feminine out, and bring it forward with communication, Cupid's arrow, taking action. I was just saying there's no action card. I was just saying as these two cards fell down, he wants to get out of this. Expect communication. I'm so excited by this. So, Cheryl, uh, are you on this twin flame journey for long? Have you met your twin? Are you still waiting for your twin? Tell us a little bit more if you'd like to share, if you're comfortable. No stress. Who else is here? There's someone else here. Ooh, awesome. So, are you still in your honeymoon period? I hope so. Oh man, June. Probably not. You're communicating. That's good. That's good. I had already given a little update about the November 11th portal. In fact, yesterday was also the gateway. It has, in fact, and thank you for reminding me. In fact, um, so like I was saying, the twin flames, those who are now nearing the ending of a certain cycle, and those of you, you have to pay attention because you will go through the same things perhaps on different days, or it happens in waves, right? So yes, union has to come, right? For true twin flames, it just does. um, so this clearing that is happening of any remnant negative energies, I mean, to be very honest, I had felt I have cleared out pretty much everything, and then I was in back to feeling, I was like, whoa, what, I've cleared this, I don't feel this way, where is this coming from, this missing and whatever I was feeling yesterday. And I was like, whoa, um, I don't know what's going on again. And so anyway, I was doing my inner work and my violet flame breathing and surrendering, and it was as though it wasn't even from this lifetime. It was actually it felt like something that I was clearing out from way, way back. And so that's what I have understood, that this um, October and pretty much half of November was intended for us to clear out a lot of things and get final closures with our exes, with our friends, with our family, with our sisters, mothers, things that are left unspoken, unhealed. Even if we don't want to do them face to face, we can do it through Ho'oponopono, through guided meditations, or through meditations. We can send them love, we can journal, we can do our release exercises and burn those papers. So using any tool, we have to be clearing out all those things. And I have again and again been, of course, Cheryl, you are not on my audio groups, but I've been talking about, whoever is coming, try and figure out, maybe you don't need a closure, maybe they need a closure, and vice versa. And not everyone who's returning right now is coming back because you're supposed to be together, so you have to be very discerning. And it's not just people, it's emotions and situations. So when you are revisiting old lanes or memories, or oh my god, I can't believe I'm still hurt about that thing that happened with my best friend, things like that. And you don't even need another person to do this. When you are commuting, for example, you can be lost in your own daydreams, and you could be like, oh, shit, I'm still hurt, or I'm still angry, or I really need to speak and clear the air about this thing, or I'm still unclear. We are going to be unclear about a few things pretty much till the end of this year. But on November 11th, um okay, people who know me, I don't like giving too many predictions. I just like talking about energies. And because with predictions, expectations come in, and then when if something doesn't happen for one of us or something, it makes us crestfallen, and then the collective energy starts falling down. you know so when we give predictions, we also are raising hopes. So all I can say is it's a very magical number. We are being prepared for a union for sure. Anything that is within us, outside of us, anything, be it even dark force energy, it is being cleared out. How can it be cleared out? By us acknowledging it, by understanding it, by even sometimes befriending it, by no longer being in fear of any of it, right? So be it our shadow aspects. When people tell me that dark energies are XYZ, I have always felt that the dark energies, in fact, unknowingly, are doing God's work. They are like the grooves. They are the grooves. So when you put something and you use the old grindstone method of making a paste, it acts like that. It makes you stronger. It's like giving your soul a workout because you are determined not to let them win. So depression tries to put you down, and you're like, no, I'm choosing happiness. So it's like a workout for you. So that is what is going to kind of start showing us. And of course, for the divine feminines who have been tested a lot vis-a-vis the abundance, vis-a-vis those who have really, really invested, worked on themselves, are very loving, compassionate, and now they have also learned how to receive, how to assert, ask for what is their due. A lot of gateways of abundance, of a lot of blessings, miracles. I keep seeing the word miracle in the last few readings of mine. Always there are miracles, but otherwise as well. Yes, this the last 2 or 3 weeks is going to really test everyone's patience and faith, and a lot of us will want to throw up our hands in despair and walk away and not even know why, because we've gone through worse things. But it seems to be like the last straw almost broke the camel's back. I'm saying almost because it won't break your back. We know what we have signed up for when we enter Team Twinflame. So 11, 11, 11. Imagine you will be incomplete in a union if you are your divine masculine and trinity and they are aligning. If you know, if you follow astrology, this time everything was at 1 1. Even the north node and south node was at 1 degree and 1 degree. It was magical, which meant for me 11 11, and now the third 11 is going to be joining in. Tomorrow is 11 10 11, kind of. So we are being prepared. A lot of things that are supposed to clear out are going to clear out, but not for everyone at the same time. That would create a pandemonium, that would create panic and fear. It's going to happen so gradually, so amiably, and that's why it's taking a lot of time, so that everything can be ironed out and happen very, very smoothly. I hope that kind of answers your question. You're most welcome. I'm putting out a love message for you, Cheryl. Yes, indeed. Yay. I have pulled out two love messages for Cheryl. The first one says, close your eyes. Ooh, look at that. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstance you currently find yourself in. Yes, joy and happiness is a choice. No matter what's happening on the outside, you can still live in gratitude, and the more in gratitude you live, the more joyful and happy you will feel, because you will know what all you're blessed with, everything that you're blessed with. So no matter how difficult it gets, even if you're in separation and it's horrible, oh my god, the initial few months are terrible. I still remember all the weeping, crying, wondering, questioning, why god, why, what have I done, what do I need to do. Oh, and look at your second message. This is beautiful. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you, Cheryl. This is so beautiful. Okay, Ravisha, I have to pull out a card for you. I love this deck. I just love this deck. And it's always given such perfect messages right when you need them, when you need these messages. Ravisha, surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. I told you, this deck always gives you perfect, perfect messages. All right. I know, it's so funny. So, I really, really hope that you have enjoyed our session. Thank you, Ravisha. Yes, it was pretty bang on, wasn't it? So, because it's all, my god, 70 minutes. It didn't feel like that. Thank you. I do hope you're going to subscribe and join our little tiny growing community, and do share. And I always look forward to all your comments, as always, any questions, so that I can make my next video on it. And love you so very much. Take care. Love you.